Okay, let's look at this food chain, food web questions. Okay, as I have taught my student, whenever you see a food chain, food web question, the number one thing to do is to identify the plant, the producer. So I tell them to use green pen if possible. You see, if all the arrows point out, that is a plant. So there's only one possibility. So you annotate this one. So this is a producer. By annotating green color, it signifies it's a plant. So they say based on the food web above, which two organisms are prey, both a prey and predator? Okay, in order to qualify for a predator, the animal or the organism cannot be a herbivore. So like for example, a cow that eats grass or any plant, it cannot be called a predator. Okay, predator means that it must eat another animal. Then it's called a predator. Okay, so you take note of that. So for this answer, it's very straightforward. Answer is C and E. Okay, why is it so? C, you look at here. Okay, C is being eaten by D, right? So C is a prey of D. And C is also a predator because C eats B. Okay, E, same thing. E is a prey of F because F eats E, or E is eaten by F. But E also eats B. So both C and E are both prey and predator. Okay, there's only these two answers. Okay, next they say organism K feeds on organism F. So what you do is, using the same food web, right, you include K inside. So K feeds on organism F. So organism F is here, right? So you just draw here, and then you put K. Okay, K is here. Explain how population of organism D was likely to be affected. Okay, so I'm going to remove all this to bring your attention to this, because they're asking you how organism D. So you have to explain this one. Okay, for such questions, right, you see the organism that are closest to K. So you annotate by using another color. So if K fits on F, right, so F will drop, right? So you annotate this one, F will drop. Okay, then you follow here, because I don't want to go this loop. I want you to go this loop. Okay, go up. So if F drop, that means there's lesser predator, right? For C, so C will increase. Okay, so if C increase, C, that means there's more C, right? So D will also increase. Okay, this is how you do the working. Okay, so your conclusion in your answer, right, you must mention how D increase using this pattern. Okay, you say when K is being introduced, the population of F will decrease. This will cause population of C to increase because there are less predator for C. So when C increase, there's more food for D. So D will increase. Okay. So they say explain how it's affected. So I'm teaching you this way. It's quite a lengthy answer, which I try to summarize here for you. So for this question, this is how you should write. Okay, the population of D would increase when organism K is introduced. Okay, as I mentioned, you will see here. The population of organism F will decrease. Okay, why decrease? Okay, you see here this part, because K eats F, right? So organism F will decrease as organism K would consume F. When population of F decrease, there will be fewer predators eating or consuming organism C, which is here. Okay, causing population of C to increase. Thus, there would be more C for D to consume, and the population of D would increase. So this is step by step. Okay, answer step by step. So this is a 2-mark question. Okay, always follow the we call the path of the shortest way. So when you talk about this, you don't go one big round here. You see this part. So you focus your attention to this sector of the food web. Okay, don't talk about EBA. Okay, you focus near here. Okay, because the question says Okay, introduce. Explain how population D was likely to be affected. Okay, so you focus on here, and then I will screenshot this and send over later for your reference. Okay, next. How do decomposers benefit organism A? Okay, just now remember I was circling this, right? So remember organism A is a plant. Okay, organism A is a plant. So decomposer break down dead matter into mineral salts so that organism A can absorb. Okay, mineral salt. Okay, so this answer is testing your understanding whether you know organism A is a plant. Okay, so for this question is they are testing your understanding that organism A is a plant. Okay, so this is the answer. Decomposers break down dead matter into mineral salts so that organism A, which is a plant, can absorb and grow healthily. Ming Suo, actually I already explained to you. The population of D will increase if you follow this pathway. Okay, this pathway. Because very simple, K eats F. So F drop, right? So F drop, C will increase. So C will increase, D also increase because D got more food. Yeah. So the answer is the population of D would increase. Okay, can everyone? So I screenshot this and then go on to the next question. Before, okay, this is related to this animal. Okay, I will do this one first, but I'll just pause for a while. So we have just discussed this question about the food web, and this you need to know how to explain the influence of each organism as stated here. So do take note of this answer, which is a 2-mark question, and also the decomposers. Okay, decomposers actually break down dead matter, be it dead plants or dead animals, into simpler substances. Okay, you can say they break down dead matter into simpler substances or mineral salts so that organism A, which is a plant, can absorb to grow healthily. Okay, let's look at this question. It's quite interesting. It says that the diagram below shows 2 animals. Okay, these 2 animals, as you can see here, quite cute. Animal A and animal B. So it says that animal A does not look after its young. So I want to annotate this part. It does not look after its young for animal A. And then for animal B, while animal B leaves to look for food, animal A places its young among the young of animal B. That means, let's say this is the parent, right? They will bring the young and put in the enclosure or the part where animal B stays inside. So when animal B returns, right, animal B will look after the young of animal A. Okay, of course it will look after its own. So because now it got extra so-called children, right, that means they are sharing the same amount of food. Okay, so they say based on the information given, give a reason why the number of animal B may decrease. Okay, there's a likelihood may. Okay, there's a possibility it may decrease over time. Okay, the reason is very simple, because the animal B, when they look for food, right, coming back, instead of sharing, let's say with 4 children, now got extra children, right? So there's a shortage of food. So animal B, you say, may not have enough food to feed both the young of animal B and animal A. So some of animal B may not be fed and they may die. Okay, so this is the answer for this part. Okay, let me put in red color this part. Okay, so you mentioned this way. Animal B may not have enough food to feed both the young of animal A and animal B. So some of animal B may not be fed and might die. Interesting. Let's continue the next question, which is related to these two animals. Okay, this is sound made by animals are at different pitches, which is very true. The diagram below shows the range of pitches which animal A and B use to communicate with their young. So they let out certain frequency which human ears may not hear. Okay, it shows the range of pitches which can be detected by predator C. Okay, now I'm teaching you because some students, they do not know how to interpret this diagram. Okay, this diagram, which I enlarge slightly for you to understand. Okay, different animals, they produce different frequency. So animal A, when they communicate with each other, they produce this range between 10 to 20 pitch. Okay, they use this units, maybe it's in hertz or kilohertz. Okay, hertz is the frequency. But you see animal B, I use another color to show you. Okay, when animal B communicates, right, it ranges from here to here. However, its predator listening frequency is overlapping a big gap. Okay, so you see this part, right? This part which I shade, this part is actually more than maybe 60 to 70%. Only some part they can't hear. Okay, so predator C, okay, predator is up even up to here, this part, So only this part, only this little part, predator C cannot hear. That means majority predator C can listen to the communicative frequency of animal B. So that's why they say, explain how animal B and its young are less likely to escape from predator C. Because predator C can listen to their frequency, of course less likely to escape because they can be hunted easily. Whereas animal A, the frequency is outside predator C range. So whatever animal do, right, this animal A, predator C is not aware because it's outside the hearing range. Okay, so for this question, you need to make comparison. Because some students, they just stop at animal B. They didn't mention that animal A, the frequency produced is outside that range. So this one can escape more easily because there's a comparison needed. Okay, the comparison is that you are asked to explain how animal B and its young are less likely to escape. Okay, are less likely. That means you must make a comparison between A and B. So for this question, you need to be quite detailed. It's a 2-mark questions. So I teach you the method to make it very concise. Concise means short and sweet to the examiner's ears or to the examiner's eyes because the examiner is using the eyes to mark, not the ears to listen. It's not oral. Okay, so this one you mentioned, when animal B and their young communicate, they would be heard by predator C. And predator C would know where they are, but when animal A communicate, they cannot be heard by predator C. So it would not know where animal A are. This allows predator C to catch B easily. Okay, so this is a concise one. You take note of this. I will screenshot this and share with you. But I want to show, yes.
Is it higher the units, higher the pitch?
Yeah, higher the pitch. Actually here, to be more scientific, right, they should use the units for frequency the units for this pitch, like hertz. But here to make it simple, they use pitch. Okay, just you just treat it as the higher the number, the higher the frequency. Okay. Okay, now I want to show you a video clip on this animal. If you see here, this animal, because this animal actually exists, but it was thought to be extinct many years ago. So you all sit back and relax. This video, which I'm going to share on my YouTube here. I hope you can see the video now. Okay, can you see here this part? I would play the video This animal is actually called the Okapi. Okay, Okapi, which I'm going to play now.
Despite what your gut might be telling you, the Okapi is real.
It's real.
Hi, I'm Danielle Dufault, and you're watching Animal Logic. As you might have guessed from its appearance, the Okapi is a member of the giraffe family, and they can only be found in the forests of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okapi measure around 1.5 meters tall at the shoulder, and from head to tail measure around 2.5 meters long. Similar to their much taller cousins, the giraffes, Okapi have little hair-covered horns called ossicones. You may have guessed, but Okapi are herbivores. And they primarily eat fruit, grass, and fungi. They live in dense canopy forests and have all sorts of adaptations that help them thrive in their habitat. First off, their stripes. Their hindquarters are covered with white and black stripes. This is to break up the outline of their bodies and make them more difficult to spot in the tree line. Each Okapi has a set of stripes that is as unique to them as our fingerprints are to us. Life in the dark of the forest can be pretty difficult. Fortunately, they have a large number of rod cells in their eyes, which give them much better low-light vision. Okapi.
So this part, right? This part, they say they have a very light sensitive rods. That's mean like they almost have like night vision because they have rods. This one inside the eye.
The much better low-light vision. Okapi have very long and fuzzy ears, which they
Okay, I like its ears. Its ears can almost turn 180 degrees independently. Like you look at the movement of the ears.
They can move independently of one another. Coupled with the fact that they have large auditory bullae and auditory lobes in their brains, which give them an enhanced hearing ability, they are excellent at detecting predators stalking them along the dampened forest floor. Okapi also have a fantastic sense of smell, which they use to find other Okapi and to detect predators. Their scent glands are located on their feet, and when they want to chemically communicate with other Okapi, they will leave behind a sticky substance wherever they walk, marking their territory. Another advantage they have is their infrasonic call. Okapi mothers can produce a 15 kilohertz call to communicate with their calves.
So this is the part. They say they can produce a 15 kilohertz hertz to communicate with its calf. Okay, 1 kilohertz means 1000. So 15 kilohertz means 15,000 frequency. Okay, they can have a high-pitched sound to communicate with its young.
To communicate with their calves. A low-frequency call in the forest is especially useful when you don't want to be heard by predators. But possibly their most amazing feature is their prehensile tongue. They have long black tongues measuring around 30 centimeters long, which they use to grab leaves off branches to eat and to groom themselves, often washing their eyes and ears. Living in such inaccessible habitats, studying okapis has proven difficult. In fact, they weren't even seen by Western scientists until the 20th century. Though of course, the okapi was known to the local people for a long time, as their skins have been traded as early as 500 BC. Okapi are highly elusive, stealthy, and their population numbers are difficult to calculate. The current estimate for their population in the wild ranges from 10,000 to 50,000. The most effective method for calculating their numbers has been to count their poop. That would be a fun job. Okapi are endangered, and their numbers have declined by almost 50% in the last 25 years. Their biggest threats are deforestation and poaching, both for their skin and meat, with their meat being considered the.
So they are endangered mainly due to deforestation and poaching. Poaching means illegal hunting of the animals, which is actually quite a big problem in such a big country.
Most valuable bushmeat in the Congo. The Okapi Wildlife Reserve is doing wonders for the species though, with over 5,000 living on the reserve. But that amazing accomplishment hasn't been easy. In 2012, poachers broke into the Okapi Wildlife Reserve and killed 6 people and all the animals in the breeding center, including 14 okapis. This was a retaliation killing for the staff members that had been stopping poachers from killing elephants and other endangered species in the Ituri forest. That is truly horrible. Okapi are generally solitary animals and only really meet up to breed, which can happen any time of the year. They gestate for a mind-numbing 15 months before giving birth to a single calf, weighing around 30 kilos. Interestingly enough, Okapi mothers will consume the placenta after giving birth. Yum! Okapi calves can stand by themselves after only 30 minutes of being alive, and they won't defecate for the first 1 or 2 months of their lives. Now you have a fun fact you can use to create a nice awkward silence at your next party. You're welcome! What animal should I talk about next? Minutes of being alive, and they won't defecate for the first 1 or 2 months of their lives.
Okay, this part they may test you because they say this calf, right, the young of the okapi, they won't defecate, means they won't poo for the first 2 months of its life, because when they defecate, right, the smell can be detected by the predator. So this is one of its so-called behavioral adaptations. Okay, because the young don't defecate, means they don't poo for the first 2 months of its life, because the poo actually give out a strong sense for its presence to be detected by predators. Okay, so I've shown you this, and let's continue with the question here. You can see this question. Okay, so I'm sharing with you this. So this okapi, actually this animal does exist. It's only found in the country called the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, the short form is Democratic DRC. This country is very big. More than 70% of the country is covered by deep forests. Okay, DRC. So I have covered these questions, discussed this, and I will continue after a short break to come back with this. So far, any questions, every one of you? Very good. So all okay.